Hello, my name is Lynn and I am an 8th grade English teacher, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about Formative. Formative is useful in providing data to you to help with students with blended learning and to individualize where students need help based on the assessment. It's basically an assessment site, but it's a very unique resource in that it's better than traditional assessment because it provides you with more data and it's a lot easier to use than some other previous applications. So let's get started. I'm already logged in, but if you press on the dashboard, you can form your own username and password based on your information that you provide for them. So here, as you can see, is my basic information. This is the assignment, so these are some quizzes I've already made and graded. Eventually we'll come back and look at the sample one that the formatives actually made for you to test around with. But first I want to look at the classes. So as you can see when you click on your classes, it's taking a little bit of time, just be patient. You can form your own classes and give the class codes for the students to be able to access it. It's fairly easy to add students, and you can even see, if I were to click down, all the names of my students in these classes, so it's easy to tell who's part of it. Now when we go back to the dashboard, you can design a new assignment to make any sort of quiz that you wish to entail. This can be math, writing, science, anything. And there's a lot of different sample questions that they have to go over how to make these quizzes. But we're just going to look at the sample here to give an idea of what it looks like. So like I said, when you click down, you can edit it, which means you're obviously going to edit and change the questions that you have, assign it, so give it to your classes, and view the live results. So you'll be able to see all of your students' results on there. And finally, if you want, you can share with other teachers. Let's start with the edits just to see what these look like. So here in this first question, the sample test has already inputted an image for the students to look at. And below is a question regarding that picture. So you can import pictures, you can import videos, documents, anything for students to work with. So it makes it a lot easier to connect everything into one spot. You can write the question here. In this case, it's going to have a blank canvas, as you can see, for the students to draw or write down whatever information they need for the answer. The second question that they wrote here is a simple multiple choice question. So you write down the question just as before, and then below you fill in each section as to what you want to change your answers to. You also mark what is the correct answer. As you can see on the right hand side, it also has a point, so you can change this up or down depending on what you think the points are worth. And finally, here's a short answer questions. This one, same as before, you're going to enter in the question, and then under correct answers, you can write an answer if you wish. However, you do not have to, and you can grade this individually. As we go through the quiz, you'll see exactly how this looks like and how to grade it. So once you feel like you've completed editing your questions and writing up your quiz, you can preview it to see what your students are actually going to see. So this is how the quiz will appear or test to your students. As you can see here, it has the picture that was inputted into that first question, as well as the area for your students to write or draw their answer. Here below, we have the multiple choice question, and finally the short answer. In here, they are allowed to type their answer, and then finally submit the quiz whenever they wish to do so. We're going to go ahead and look at the live results to see what this will look like as well. The live results, if you go to the actual questions, you can see what each of your students are writing, what their answers are. So that is an example of the drawing. Here it's straightforward yes and no because it was the multiple choice questions. And finally, this was the one that is a short answer, so you can grade it based on how you think. To change the grades, you simply click on the box, bring it up or down depending on what score you think the student deserves. If you wish, you can also export this into Excel, where it provides you all of the data on the students, their responses, how many they got correct, as well as the class averages. Overall, I find this a very useful assessment piece, both on focusing on where all of my students are missing the point, or if there are certain areas that maybe we need to improve on with certain groups of students, as well as making it a lot easier to grade and to get this information back out to the students and their parents. Hope this was useful, and look forward to you using Formative.